So would you find yourself as like a really experimental artist?
Experimental with, yeah, I feel, yeah, I'm experimental because I've done pop songs. I did my internship at a country record label. Like, I have friends who are straight up rappers, you know what I mean? Like, so just being around all of these different types of music, it makes me feel like, oh, okay, like, if someone presents like an alternative track to me, like, I mean, I love alternative music, so I'm gonna be like, let's do it, you know. So yeah, I guess that's pretty experimental.
How'd you get the internship at that record label?
So the cool thing is there was a lady, Talina Simon, actually, shout out to her, hello. I would just see her around a little bit, you know, not in a weird way. I would just see her around because she was also one of my friend's mom. And so, like, I remember seeing her at a performance that I had, and then a week later, she was like at another performance that I had. And then I saw her at church after that performance. And then I was like, this is crazy, like, you know, and I felt like, oh, this lady's cool, you know, like, I don't know, this is just crazy. And so she was like, hey, like, you know, I don't want you to think this is weird or anything, but, you know, I've just been kind of watching you, and you're like really awesome, and I have a friend who's a bodyguard for Zac Brown, and I just wanted to know if you would be interested in, like, you know, getting to know them or meet, you know, or whatever, you know. And I'm like, absolutely, you know, but of course I didn't say it like that. I wanted to be like, you already know. But I was more like, of course, yeah, absolutely. When can we set this up for? And the way that she presented it to me, she talked to everyone at the label, and it was pretty much presented like, I can do an internship, either it would be 2 weeks or it would be 2 months. And I was like, 2 months? Like, why are we talking about 2 weeks? Like, so I went for 2 months, and it turned into a whole year. I became friends with Zac and his family, and like, I really learned the like real sides of the music business. Like, and you know what, at the time, I was like, I have no idea who this is, you know, but I got to know him the first night I met him. Like, this is Zac Brown. The first night I met him, he like gives me his iPad. He's like, oh, this is what I'm listening to. I like plug it in. It's like Stevie Wonder and like all this like great music. I'm like, yes, you know. And from there, like, we went to the Waffle House, and then like it just developed like into a whole like thing of me, you know, just being like pretty much being a fly on the wall, honestly. Like, because it wasn't an internship where it's like, oh, go get me coffee, or like, oh, I need you to do this. It was more like dun, 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 this is the like the curtain pulled open and pulled back, honestly, you know. And so I got to like see what it's like to be on tour with them. I got to see what their songwriting sessions are like. I got to see what it's like when they're just hanging out with their families. I got to see what it was like when they're going to like award shows and stuff like this. And the cool thing about it is like, you realize at the end of the day, like, they're real people, and they're just achieving their dreams and goals that they've either set for themselves or they've worked really hard to achieve.
How would you define yourself as an artist?
How would I define myself as an artist? Unique. I would say I'm very unique, and I would also say I'm very original. I feel like I have some great influences, and I have a great background, and I have a solid foundation. And so I think my upbringing and everything that I've been through is different from anything that anyone else has been through, so that automatically makes it different. And then I feel like I'm willing to, like, you know, express different sides of myself that I have because I'm aware of who I am, you know? And so I might, like, one day I might want to sing a pop song, and then one day I might want to sing an R&B song, and then one day I might want to do a song that got a little trap feel to it, you know? So yeah, I would just say unique and original and fresh, because I'm not willing, or I'm not scared to take risks, pretty much, you know. I don't mind taking risks, and I don't mind trying something new. So I feel like that keeps me pretty fresh.